Classify market regimes is finance software for a specific operational decision. Categorizes current market conditions into predefined regime types based on volatility, liquidity, and correlation patterns. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. The problem is that finance teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Classify market regimes narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. Classify market regimes starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include VIX index level, VIX term structure, average bid-ask spread, volume ratio, current 30-day average, and sector correlation. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate volatility regime score based on VIX level and term structure. With higher scores indicating more volatile/stressed conditions, calculate liquidity stress score from bid-ask spreads and volume ratio. With higher scores indicating worse liquidity conditions, calculate correlation regime score from sector correlations and treasury spread. With higher scores indicating more correlated/risk-off markets. Determine market regime classification by mapping volatility, liquidity, and correlation scores to predefined threshold categories. And generate a matrix showing the three scores and their classification thresholds for visualization. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how finance teams actually make decisions. Classify market regimes returns structured outputs such as market regime, volatility score, liquidity score, correlation score, and regime classification matrix. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of classify market regimes is not just automation, it is a controlled way to turn repeated finance work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.